am happy to share an Ignite with you from the Not at ISTE group. This is a awesome thing that someone has put together. I think it's Jen Wagner and some other people. So for 5 minutes, I'm going to try to share with you one of the most important things you can do to support your special ed and your English learner students. So I know you've heard this before, but you need to use visuals with these students. Actually, we need to use them with all students, but a special ed student or a language learner or a student with any learning challenges needs visuals in order to get them on the same playing field as the rest of the students. Some people take in audio information, make a picture in their mind, and they're great, but that's not how I work, and that's not how many students work. And so you're probably thinking, thank you, Captain Obvious. I know we need to make visuals and use visuals with students, but it's exhausting. So this poor little cat is so tired, but you don't have to do all the work. So what I want to share with you are a few ways that these students can actually create the visuals they need, which will help them even more with making the learning stick. It's called dual coding theory. I don't have an image for that for you, but you can look it up, dual coding theory, and it makes the learning that they're trying to do even more effective. And I know we all want that because less work for us, more impact for them. That's great stuff. So one of the greatest things that they can do is draw their own visuals, because that connection to their hand and their mind, and then the word that they're seeing, and then even better if they hear it, that's just creating a powerful impact. And so there are some vocab words in our lessons that maybe don't make any sense. They're kind of abstract. So what do we need to do? We need to give them a visual to inspire them to have an idea of how they could draw something. So one of my favorite examples is to go to the Noun Project. It's a free website. You can use these icons with attribution for free. You can pay to use them if you would like to have unlimited use and no attribution. But I like to use them just for inspiration. So my favorite thing to look up is the word stubborn. So if a student is working on the word stubborn and they can't think of what it looks like, they've heard the word, I'm sure, but so my favorite example of the word stubborn is this guy here with the block head. So you see him, he's got a brick head, he's not budging. These guys right here, they're not even listening. So you can see a student would be able to create some type of vocabulary support with a visual like this, and anyone can draw these little stick figures. It's not something that's difficult for anyone to do. And then here's another one, openclipart.com. I don't really like the visuals as well. So if I was to look up stubborn here, it doesn't really look, there aren't as many options, but that is something that they might be able to get some inspiration from. And you probably have other ideas, but let them draw their own visuals. Let me show you an example. So here's a sweet girl. I won't tell you her name. She was a 9th grader, only been in the U.S. for a few months. In just a few weeks, we took her vocabulary score from a 70 to somewhere in the 90s. And all we did was do little pictures using the Noun Project with her sentences, her examples, her non-examples. And so this is a quote from her: "When I don't understand, I look up a picture and then I understand." She was very excited and always gave me hugs after that. But it's important that they have the empowerment to make their own visuals. So here's another way to help them, and it's kind of fun. It's an app smash, but if you'll combine a file in their Google Drive, maybe a slides presentation, a Google Doc, and Screencastify, which is a screen recorder, then they can create sort of a talking vocabulary deck. It's pretty awesome. So let me show you. This doesn't work in drawings or slides. It only, to my knowledge, works in the Google Docs. So let's say you wanted them to learn about the word let's use the word stubborn again. So the vocabulary word is stubborn. You could have a preset template with nice fonts and, you know, all that kind of stuff for them. But like, so the word is stubborn. This little explore button is one of my favorite things here. So they need to find a visual to go with the word explore. So let's see, image stubborn. This may not work for the word stubborn. We'll try. Stubborn. Let's see, a donkey. Yeah, that's funny. That's a good visual for donkey. So I'm going to insert that. So, you know, the kids would it would be great if they could talk with someone about why this is an example or a non-example. Dogs, yes, definitely my dog is very stubborn. But so this donkey is stubborn. And so I want to give it a talking aspect so they can hear the words. So they can even do this with a partner. So there's voice typing here. So I'm going to turn on Screencastify. It's a voice recorder.
3, 2, 1.
And then I'm going to turn on the voice typing. Move this little guy over here. Let's see if I can move him. No. Yeah, there we go. Move him out of my way. So I'm going to turn this on, and this is going to now talk what I say. This animal is stubborn. He does not like to move when he is told. So you can see here, this is, you know, a very crude example, but you can see now they have the vocabulary word, they have an image. They or a partner can create the sound for them. They've seen it dictated on the screen, and they've got something that they can go back and study. So this could be for more complex examples in history. You know, history seems to always have those abstract terms that it just takes a lot more explanation. So if you can imagine, once we stop the screencast, then it is actually recorded, and they can send it to their, and I'm going to turn on the voice type. They can save it to their drive and insert it into a slide deck and have their own slide deck of things to study for anything that's coming up. So the other way that you can do this is if you're an Apple district and you have iPads or iPhones or iPods, Apple Clips is a great way to do this. It's very similar. I'm not going to show you the video, but there's just a great short video on how to use it. And the live titles is really where this comes in handy. They can take a picture of an item or of a scene in a book or wherever, someone acting something out, and then as it's explained, the words dictate on the screen. So it's pretty awesome. And then, again, they can save these, they can download them, share them to their drive, create their own slide deck visuals, share it with each other. You can put it on Padlet. There's so many ways that this could be used. So visuals, like I said, help all learners. It's not just for special ed students. It's not just for language learners. I'm telling you, the gifted kids in your classroom are begging you to allow them to have more options. So choice gives them a voice. Let them show you what they know the way that they are excited to show you. So we hear that all the time, that choice gives voice. Flipgrid would definitely be an awesome way for students to share these. You can put links to the videos and so many different ways that you could use it. But thank you, Microsoft, for sharing out Flipgrid for free for everyone. But that is all I wanted to share with you. Please, please use visuals with your students, no matter who they are, you know, pre-K to 12th grade. This is not, there's no age limit on needing visuals, and the students will benefit. You'll benefit if they're helping you create them. That's less work for you. So if you have any questions or need any help, just reach out at Spillman on Twitter. And if you would like to, if you don't mind leaving some feedback on anything that you didn't understand or anything I could help you with, there's a form link at the bottom. Have a great day, and I hope that while you are not at ISSE, you are still learning. Thank you also for Past the Scope EDU, because I've learned several things from watching their screencast or their broadcast through Periscope. So have a great day, and go learn something at ISTE.